Welcome to the Healing Pod. I'm Megan, a licensed clinical psychologist.
And I'm Jessica, a licensed clinical social worker, and this is our journey of navigating anxiety as we learn to take up space and create an environment where we feel that we can belong.
Join us together as we learn not just to survive, but to thrive in our anxious brains.
This podcast is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional therapy or medical advice. If you are experiencing any mental health concerns, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional or healthcare provider. Remember, your mental health is important, and seeking personalized professional help is key to your well-being.
And welcome back. We tried to get Jess this week, but she is in the middle of having her roof tarped over because it is still leaking from the hurricane a year ago.
Florida, man, it's rough down there.
It is. So she's finally getting some work done on it, which is great. And they have literally been working with her since about 9 this morning. So it's been a day. It's been a day for her.
I looked at my wrist. I don't have my watch on. I don't know what time it is.
Me neither, actually. I took mine off. It's after 7, I think.
7 something.
Yeah.
I don't need glasses, but I can't read the stove from here.
You might need glasses, my love.
No.
As you can tell, I am joined by my favorite pinch hit co-host, Kasie, because she is wonderful and willing to come and talk with me about things.
Oh, hoy hoy.
And tonight we wanted to talk about our questionable life decision of training for a marathon and then running one a month and a half early.
To be clear, half marathon. I am not. People keep telling me, "Oh, now that you've done a couple half marathons, oh, you're definitely going to want to do a full one next." We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, even a half marathon. Our last one, we did so amazing. Both of us were down around 2 hours of time to run a half marathon. So if we double that and add in burnout fatigue, that's going to be 4.5, 5 hours straight of running.
There's not a lot of things in life that I want to do for 4.5 hours. Really?
No, that's my brain is not at that yet. My brain has gotten to the half marathon. This will be our third one at the end of October with the one that we magically just threw in there. And I can handle this. I can do this. And I like running. I did track. I did cross country, high school, college scholarships. I dragged Kasie along in high school for my track and cross country. Kasie was never a runner.
No, I don't particularly enjoy running. I ran cross country and I ran indoor. I skipped outdoor because I would work in the spring with my parents, but I ran as an excuse to spend time with you and because I don't know, I had to do something, and I run now because it's the only exercise we can do with the dogs, and to me it's very important that the dogs are active with us. And they don't fit on the rower with me, and Kirby can't haul his fat self into the silks with you, so we run.
Trust me, he would if he could. He would definitely try, and it would be hilarious disaster.
Yes, it would.
But yeah, it started as we wanted to work out more. We wanted to get healthier. Kasie was starting to work on losing weight, and she wanted to do what she could for that. And we were already taking the dogs on walks every morning. It made sense.
Well, I think the big inciting incident, let's say, is our 20th wedding anniversary is coming up in January. And because we got married when we were so young, I was 19, you were, hold on, 22?
Yes.
Yeah, 22. We were broke. We didn't take a honeymoon. We never took a honeymoon. We don't really take trips at all. So we decided, okay, to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we're going to take a trip to Disney because, we love Disney. We love going. And, well, right around that time is the Epcot Wine and Dine Food Fest series of races. There's a 5K on Friday, a 10K on Saturday, and a half marathon on Sunday. We have done these races before. It was, I don't see a year on here. It was like 7, 8 years ago. So we said, we're going to do these races again.
Yes.
And that was the thing. Okay, we have a goal, we have a date. we have to be in half marathon shape by then. So that is what really got at least me committed to seriously running again.
And I think the goal, having that set race to do, is really important to us. If we don't
Oh
have
God,
something we're
yeah.
working towards, having just that open ended, this is good for our health, it's hard to keep up. It really is.
Yeah, and we would usually do a 5K here and there that we would usually do the zombie races in Syracuse or the color runs around Pride. But those aren't serious. They're not serious runs. They're fun runs. At best they're fun runs. And it's a good time, but getting in shape for a 5K is, to be perfectly honest, not that big of a challenge for someone in our condition. I know that's not the case for everybody, but pretty much anyone in most physical conditions can get into shape for a 5K in, let's say, 4 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, and we do our own exercise classes. I'm always doing my aerial yoga. Casey always has her rowing class. So we're not out of shape. It's just
No.
running was a different shape. And it definitely, like you were saying, those were fun runs. Those were things we would just kind of do. Having
Hmm.
a large goal that we really wanted to do, it shifted. Went from, oh yeah, we could run, we could do this maybe if the weather's nice, to, oh, we have to come up with a plan. We have to do this.
Hmm.
We paid for it. There's no
Oh
refund.
yeah.
There are no refunds on Disney races. Can't transfer, no refunds. They like their money. So
Hmm.
we have to do it. And if we have
Yeah.
to, we might as well do it right.
Yeah. And I had been looking for an excuse to get back into shape for quite some time. I have been very unhappy with my weight and overall body condition for a long time. Opening the salon here at the shop was very hard on me in a lot of ways, and I packed on a lot of weight, and I struggled at the end of the day. You know, when you're out there for 10, 11 hours a day, it's hard to find the time and the energy to exercise after. So I I decided this was the year. This is the year I'm gonna finally drop the weight. I'm finally gonna get back in shape. I'm gonna get ready for this race. I'm gonna beat my time from last time. I'm gonna do the damn thing because I had never felt so good about myself as when I crossed that half marathon finish line all those years ago. And I wanted that feeling again so badly. I missed it.
Yes. And there's a whole lot of physiological, when you are that exhausted and that tired, anything that you have going on in you is coming out. And for that time we did the last Disney run, there was an entire freaking gospel choir right before the finish line. So you're
Yeah.
exhausted. You've been going for hours. You've been doing everything. And then there's just this cheer squad gospel choir singing you on as you head towards the finish line, and you just break
Oh yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a complete breakdown. I started bawling. It was
Mm,
I was I was not prepared for it. Like, I thought it came out of nowhere, but this is a thing that can happen with these longer distance races. I had a complete breakdown. It was a little embarrassing, but I felt
that
good
wasn't
when it was
ours.
done.
Oh, it felt so good. And just like you said, that accomplishment. It was years ago, but this was something we had never done before. I had run, but I had never run that distance. We had never made a goal and set that goal and done all the steps to that goal and then achieved something that seemed that physically huge. I mean, we both did school and college and things like that, but the physical, how can I rely on my body and put myself through it? It's
Hmm.
intense. It's a lot.
Yeah, it was, and as I said before, I've never been a natural runner, but making myself do this, saying, no, I don't care that you're tired. I don't care. You have to do it. And it got to the point where, I hate being one of those people that say this but it is true. I felt good while I was running. I would finish a run and I would feel better. I would feel good. And God, I hated being that person, but it's true.
She gets so mad when she gets the runner's high, and she gets so mad when she has a good training day. I love it. I love
I
it.
hate it. I don't know why. It just, I don't know why mentally I want to fight against that, but it is true. And I'm to that point now, other than that one run that 8 mile run where I thought having ice cream for lunch beforehand was a good idea. That was very
Exact.
unpleasant. Outside of that, all the runs have felt really good.
And I do think there's something in there of changing your perception of yourself because you never really had the runner's high ever during high school or
No.
before. And it changes from the I am a person who is running because I have to, because I need something to do, to, oh, I can do this. I enjoy doing this. This is something
Yeah.
that can work for me. And it's a completely different view of yourself almost.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of my struggle with the high school era of it, and I didn't run in college. Megan is the only one that ran in college. I took bowling in my undergrad. Um, I wasn't good at it. I wasn't a contributing member to like our overall score. I was just kind of there, which was fine for me at the time, but it was hard for me to stay motivated when I wasn't really a factor. So doing this for the sake of me has been very important this time around, and it has totally changed my perspective on the whole thing.
Mhm. Absolutely. I mean, there's so much in to gain in the sense of yourself and in the sense of what you can do when you set these goals and you reach them, when you recognize I worked hard and I paid attention to all the steps getting there and I got the outcome I didn't even think I could really get. When you sit there and you think through, all right, we decided 2 weeks ago to run a marathon last week, or a half marathon. It's a half marathon. We decided 2 weeks ago to run a half marathon last week, and just going from, at that point, the longest run we had done was 8 miles this year, and going from the 8 mile run to the 13.1 mile run, and actually being able to do it, being able to go, oh, I'm still moving. I'm on mile 12 and I am still upright. How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, those last 3 miles were for me pretty rough. Pretty rough. It showed that we hadn't trained at that distance, but the fact that the first 10 felt as good as they did, truly, for me, the first five, very easy. The next five, pretty good. Last three, tough, but doable. I didn't drop. I didn't have a complete breakdown at the finish line. And you absolutely killed it with the time that you ran. I couldn't believe how far ahead of me you were.
I was not that far ahead of her, but I did get in under 2 hours. So I got in about
Hmm.
1:56 and a bunch of change. So I was thrilled. Yeah, that was amazing. And you came in right at 2:03. You were not that far behind me.
Yeah, and for perspective, the last half marathon I ran 7, 8 years ago, my time was about 2.5 hours. I shaved half an hour off of my time, and I still felt pretty good. I was sore and I was tired, but I wasn't dead.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
I had no idea how this race was going to go for either of us,
yeah. I know. I
and it went
was.
great.
It was like I gave myself a now. I said we're gonna do this. We're gonna do our best. Worst thing that happens, if we're not ready for this, we're gonna walk the ending. We're gonna take care of our bodies. We're gonna pay attention to ourselves. And it did. It felt good, and it felt like we could keep going. And it felt like, all right, well, let's finish it. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's do this. And we did
Yeah.
it. And it's amazing.
Yeah, I am so pumped to see what our finish times are going to be in 6 weeks when we have more time to train at these longer distances.
Mhm.
I love the idea of me being able to finish it in under 2 hours, but you got to stop and take pictures during a Disney race. So that may not happen, but that's okay.
I think we'll have the official race time, and we'll have your start and stop watch time. That's
Okay,
gonna,
yeah,
yeah,
that's fair.
yeah. But and I love being able to run with you in the mornings. I love having these habits that we're forming. Trigger
Hmm.
loves the habits we're forming. Kirby
Oh my
hates his
God.
running harness. He
I
hates it
know.
so much.
I feel
I
so
do.
bad,
I do.
because Noah was the perfect running partner. He loved to go. He'd go for 3 miles, he'd go for 8 miles, he would pull the entire time. Kirby is not that.
No, Kirby is a sedentary creature. Kirby would love nothing more than to chase his frisbee twice and then curl up and take a nap while holding it. And we
Yeah.
get him out running about 2.5 miles every morning, 4 or 5 days a week. And he hates it. He does good and he does enjoy chasing Trigger. And the
Yeah.
second there is anything in front of us, like the random baby deer the other day, the
Oh God, yeah,
squirrel,
that
yeah,
scared the hell out of me.
yeah, just came out of nowhere. Baby deer, no mama, just boing, boing, boing. It was very cute. But the
Poor
second
thing.
there's anything ahead of us, Kirby is pulling me and he is gung ho and he has energy. He just would prefer to not to.
Yeah. He's fit. We conditioned him correctly. We're not dragging him. He's keeping up, but you can tell he doesn't love it the way that the other dogs did, but to a certain extent, he's got to stay fit. So sorry, but we don't take them on longer runs anymore because it would be for us and not for them.
Yes, yeah. Longer runs would definitely be too much. And he's not pulling me back. He likes to be behind me with his hope that I will slow down and stop for him, but he doesn't pull and he's not dragging. He's just not interested in leading the parade.
Yeah. But yeah, that's okay. I get it, dude. I get it. Some days
Yes.
I don't particularly want to be out there either,
Mm-hmm. And that's
but
that's such a
gotta.
you do gotta, and that's that interplay of how do you maintain the motivation when you lose it? How do you balance having that discipline of no, we're going to get up, we're going to keep training, and also we need it to feel good sometimes. We need to know
Yeah.
that we're making progress, that we want to do this. If it's pure discipline, you will hate every moment of it and you will die. And if it's pure motivation, we all have days we don't want to do it.
Yeah, like this morning, I wasn't really feeling it this morning. I just wasn't. But, we looked at each other, we said, "Oh, we could walk it." Like, no, Saturday is usually when we go for the walk. We'll just go. And you know what? I took it a little bit easier. And
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. It's not that serious if my average mile time is like 10, 15 seconds slower than usual. Who
Mm-hmm.
cares? It's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
And it actually feels a little bit better and reminds you when you do pay attention to your body, when you do pay attention to what energy do I have to put into this today? What ability do I have? What rest do I need? If
Hmm.
you do that for yourself, you're more likely to keep going. If you push yourself and you're miserable on those days you don't want to do it,
Hmm.
you're going to stop. You're going to find reasons not to.
Yeah. And we are at the point where if we decided, we need to take a couple days off, we would be able to jump back into it, no problem. But for that first, let's say, month, it was very important that even when we didn't want to do it, we did it because it's so easy to fall off of a habit when it's not a habit yet. It's just a thing that you're doing every day. There is a difference.
Mhm. And it's lucky enough for us, we're able to build it into our morning routine. So by the time I realize that we are driving out to go for a run, we're already dressed, the dogs are all set, we're already driving out to go for a run. And well, as long as we're out here, we might as well. But it is, we have the cues. We take the dogs out and then we get them dressed and then we are dressed and we go. And this means this and this means that. And we're able to follow that pattern and get ourselves to do it. And we are doing it every day. It's feeling better. We're getting rewards from doing it. We're getting used to doing it.
Hmm.
If we're having a day where we are truly not wanting to do it, and not just because the bed was warm and the sky is bright today and it's a little chilly this morning, but my knees are really hurting me, or I don't feel good because we ate like garbage last night again. We can take care of ourselves and move it to a
Hmm.
different time because we can hit that cue of, oh yeah, I'm supposed to make up for the run today. And look at this, the dogs want it. At least one of the dog wants to go. The other dog would love to go for a walk. Therefore, he'll come.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
And
it start
that's
again.
and to make it work, we made a point of getting up a little extra early rather than trying to do it after work. It's for us, it's hard to do things after work because my schedule is so unpredictable. I don't know when I'm going to be done on any given day, and I don't know how sore, how tired, how mentally done I'm going to be. So we decided it would be easier to get up a little earlier in the morning and get it done first thing in the morning. That way it's done.
Mhm. Yeah, because with it, if we try to do it in the evening, we don't have that same ability to have that pattern. There are days where I'm later than I expect I'll be, and Casey's later. So if I can't get home, can't get the cats fed, can't get the dogs fed, and then we're supposed to go on a run, the dogs can eat right before a run. That's no better for them than it is for humans. Please don't do that. Or hey, Casey's getting in really, really late. Well, now the dogs haven't eaten forever, and now they don't want to
Yeah.
run because that's also not useful for anyone here. And what did I do? If I come home really late, what state am I in? If I come home much earlier than Casey's finished, did I get really hungry and eat three things of candy that was sitting out on the counter? Did I take care of myself and get myself ready for running? Or did I sit down on the couch and lose myself and look around and go, oh, dang, I'm not dressed? So it's a much more conducive plan for us to have it as
Hmm.
part of our morning routine when we can rely on we're up, we're doing this, and we're ready. And not, let's see if we feel like it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of very important external factors that are just kind of out of our control. Like it's 7:15 now. It's pretty dark out right now. Usually when we're just starting in the morning, the sun's starting to come up, we can see. And at 6:30 in the morning, most people's dogs are still inside and we're a lot less likely to be chased. The number of times we've been chased at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening by people's loose dogs, boy, does that get old. So it's just easier to do it in the morning. It again, it's a little tough, but it's kind of the lesser of two evils at this point.
And I think that's one of the things with running in general. We always used to joke back in high school our sport is your sport's punishment. Like, it's going to be tough, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's not going to be painful and bad. And if it is actually painful, you're doing it wrong, and we do need to stop and figure out what do I need to
Hmm.
fix, what would help this. Do we need a break? Do we need to go to a doctor and see if we're getting a stress fracture or something's getting hurt here? It shouldn't be I'm going to damage myself by doing this more. It should be, oh, I'm not used to this and this is gonna hurt, but if I keep doing it, I'll get used to it and I'll be stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. And the I think for me personally, the biggest difference between prepping for races now versus prepping for the races 8 years ago is I'm about 50 pounds lighter now than I was back then. And it's so much easier on me. My feet hurt less, my back hurts less, my posture is more correct, and it just feels easier to me.
Mhm.
It was kind of miserable for me to go on those longer runs because I was carrying so much extra weight, and it mentally made it a lot harder because I knew it was going to be uncomfortable. And that just, I can't get over how much easier and better it feels
Mhm.
now for me.
Yeah, and just when it feels better, like when you're having those good run days, it's so much easier to pay attention to what your pace is, to what your stride is like, to what your body is doing. It's easier to let yourself get into the rhythm of it. You pick the playlist of songs that you want to listen to and you go with the beat that the songs are doing. It's so much easier to
Yeah.
actually be in your body when you're running and be present and aware of everything around you in a very, very mindful, embodied way because you are feeling everything
Hmm. Hmm.
versus when it is just pain and you're trying to check out of yourself and you're trying to avoid it and you're trying not to feel.
Yeah. Yeah. It continues to blow me away just how different it is this time around. And another thing that's been motivating me to keep going and keep at it is the first time we did the what was it? We were supposed to do a 6 miles that day, and I figured, well, let's do 6.1. We'll do a 10K and just kind of do a check-in to how our times are comparing from our last recorded races. And again, times so much better. I'm like,
Mhm.
how is this training run faster than a finished race time 7, 8 years ago? Having these little moments of, oh my God, I am doing the thing, I am getting better, have been so vital in keeping me going with this.
Mhm. It's
Because as much as
it's
I like being healthier and fitter, seeing, because I'm a very gamer oriented type person, higher score, very
yes.
motivating for me.
We need the achievement list. We need the achievement list.
Yes,
And it's
get that sweet, sweet plant.
and it does need to be that way. And that kind of goes back to setting goals and everything. And we've what getting into this, we had no idea what this half marathon, what this training would be like, what we were expecting for it. It has been so good for both of us and just how it feels, how we've been doing. It's very reassuring. It's very reaffirming. It's not okay, well, we have to tell ourselves this is healthy for us and we have to stick with it. And anything we get, we're going to have to tell ourselves that's a good time. We're actually seeing improvements. Our goals
Hmm.
are better. And it baffles me. Like, you have worked incredibly hard on getting yourself more fit and losing your weight. I'm just older. I don't really have an excuse for why am I doing good. It confuses me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I should have written it down. You finished like in the pretty high percentile for females of your age in the half marathon. You were like 13th out of 100, something like that, or 90 something. Then
Oh, okay. Yep, I did. So I did 133rd overall, and I forget how many there were. I think there was 400 that finished.
no, like
Maybe five.
500
Okay.
something.
All right, and I got 14th out of 68
14.
people in my age division. Yeah.
I was close.
Yep, you did 193rd overall and got 22nd out of 100 people in your age division. So
Yeah,
we
which
this yeah,
again,
546 people overall.
yeah, again, for someone who, like me, who was never ever a competitive consideration, it's great. That feels really good.
I know. And like we saw people we know that we used to run with that used to smoke us. And they admittedly have not been training for a half marathon. Their longest distance was about a third of that distance. And we both beat them. And that amazes me. And I just don't know how. Because in my head, they're so fast, but they
Hmm.
haven't been training. And we have. And that sense of, oh, we can do things. We're our scores count for us. We're not okay,
Yeah.
well, we're on a team and we're just really here to support just in case something goes wrong, in case someone gets disqualified. I was always the asterisk, so I was always the number in case something happened to one up there, then my number would count. We counted for us. We did good
Yeah.
for us. And that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, you and I are not people that speak highly of ourselves very often, but we were both going on about how proud we were of ourselves about this because truly, a week before this race, I sent you a text like, "Hey, I got a sponsored Facebook post about this half marathon. Would it be insane to do a practice half marathon?" And it was as quick as that. We decided, okay, yeah, we're going to sign up. We're going to do it.
I have this bad habit when people say they want to do something, I encourage them, even if I'm doing it too.
Yeah, it seemed like an absolutely insane idea. And I told virtually no one that I was going to do it because I thought, well, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to like just keel over and die at, 10, 11 miles. And I didn't want to admit to people that I tried something and had that big of a miss. But no, we crushed it. We both crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't say things like that about ourselves very often, which we should, but we don't.
And this is such a good thing because we can't hide from that. We are incredibly proud of how we did. We are saying positive things to ourselves about it, and we're
Hmm.
sitting with it and we're listening to it because it's true. We set goals and
Hmm.
we accomplish them. We did something not that smart for our health and benefit because it sounds great, and we did it and we did it well and we did it better than we have before and we were there for it. We
Hmm.
can't hide from the fact that we're being good to ourselves and it's paying off.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
cool.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest concern at this point is because we're gonna go, our races are at the end of October. So we're gonna go do the races. We're gonna spend a few extra days in Florida after that. We're gonna come back and it's probably gonna be winter and it's probably gonna be too cold to run outside. And we have treadmills. We have two treadmills in the basement, but it's somehow so much harder to run for an hour on a treadmill than it is to run for 2 hours outside.
It
So
is.
how are we going to keep this up when we get back and when it's cold and winter and snowy and we cannot run outside? How are we going to make ourselves do it?
I mean, there's a few things. So one is what are we running to? So I know for our half marathon, we both had a playlist, and I had my feminist rage songs that Spotify has been feeding me that I've been thoroughly enjoying, and tons of Broadway musicals, especially Newsies, because Brooklyn's Here always makes me run 3 times as fast. It just does. And then
Mhm.
your playlist was fun. What was on your playlist?
I had a lot of late 90s, early aughts alternative rock. So, Linkin Park, Stain, Chevelle, that sort of thing. Video game soundtracks, the Sonic 1 and 2, excellent running music, and musicals as well.
Yes. There's something about it. The curating those lists for the long run days and for the race day especially, that was something that really helped because I knew what songs were going to be on there, and when I heard them, they were songs that I knew I liked that got me going. That always helps. I know when we've run inside before, we would pick a show that we're not allowed to watch unless we're running. So
Yeah.
It was Harley Quinn before. We're gonna
Mm,
need a different show, perhaps.
we're gonna have to figure something out. And
Hmm.
it can be a little bit tough because the sound of two treadmills going in a enclosed basement is loud.
It is.
And it
It
can be
is.
hard to hear, hard to follow, but thank God for a sound bar and subtitles. But yeah, we got to figure out something that we can finally, maybe this will be our cue to get back into to restart Breaking Bad or Fargo or Better Call Saul, those like serious plot heavy shows that we can really dig into.
Maybe. I
If
think we
anyone has any
definitely.
suggestions, let us know.
Yes, I want to know what your running show is. Something that'll keep you going, that'll make you want to get to the next episode. I think that definitely helps. And then I think for us, for how we work, we need races. We need a reason to
Hmm.
run. We're going to have to
Yeah,
find more 5Ks, more 10Ks, more whatever. And they are around. They do a lot of them. We just have to actually look.
I know. We're just gonna need to we're just gonna have to deal with it and do it until spring.
Hmm.
Because I'm not running outside if it's even a little bit slippery because I will fall and break my
Hmm.
face.
And if we don't have a reason, it's a lot easier to say I'm tired. It's a lot easier to push it off. It's a
Hmm.
lot easier to say, well, the treadmills don't exercise the dogs. So it's more important if I do something with the dogs than do
I
something for
know.
me. And that
That's my
that is
Achilles heel
yeah.
is the
It's
dogs.
it is because that means we actually will have to double up in the wintertime of what are we doing with the dogs to get them exercised, which tends to be a lot of frisbee in the snow. They do love that. And then what are we
Hmm.
doing for ourselves?
Yep. And that's probably gonna mean we're gonna have to suck it up and do it in the evening.
Hmm. And that's going to be hard because
Hmm.
can we get that same camaraderie that we've been getting of running together where there's days where I'm feeling really good and I'm ahead and your days where you're feeling really good and you're ahead and we're trying to chase down the other person and trying to check just where we're at. It's harder to do when you're just side by side on a treadmill hitting buttons for what you're doing.
And
It
it's
is.
so hot in the basement.
There is no way of making it not hot. Like we open the
No,
doors to the garage
unfortunately.
and the windows and have fans. It is what it is. The water
Yeah.
heater's
So
there, the heater, it just is.
yeah, it sucks. But again, I'm hoping by then we're gonna be so into it, so cemented in it that we can kind of just suck it up and keep at it. We'll just keep doing it in the morning. We'll even have a little bit extra time in the morning because we're not gonna have to drive to
It's
where we
true.
run.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe we can make it work. We're gonna have to make it work
Yeah.
because we can't totally lose condition and start all the way over at not zero, but closer to
Yeah.
zero in the spring.
Yeah, because we're doing something that for us and for what we're getting out of it, it's amazing. And we're doing something incredibly hard, and it's been good in so many ways. It's been good for how we're feeling about
Hmm.
ourselves, physically, emotionally, mentally. It's been good for how we're treating ourselves, what we're paying attention to about ourselves. I don't want to lose that. I don't want
No.
to go backwards.
Yeah, I would. I used to have clients that would say, "Oh, I saw you out running this morning," and I would say, "Oh, I'm so sorry you had to see me like that." But now when they say, "Oh my God, yeah, I saw you at the race. You did so great," like, "Oh, awesome, thank you, I appreciate that." I'm happy to be seen, and I'm more proud of being seen now than kind of embarrassed that they had to see me struggling.
You're past the struggle bus and at the time of, okay, we're doing something and we can keep this up. And that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So I want to keep feeling proud of what we're accomplishing. So I want to keep looking for accomplishments. And that's probably why everyone thinks you'll do an actual marathon at some point.
Listen, I had Ki said if we do a marathon, she'll come to wherever we are and cheer for us and hold signs and have snacks at the end. So we might be dragging Ki to Disney World because if we're gonna do a marathon, we're doing a Disney one.
Ooh, but which Disney one would you do?
Probably the one in January. I don't want to do one. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go run in Florida past say March. Between March and September, I'm not doing it. It's too hot.
That's fair. That's fair. Is that the princess one? I don't remember what the January one is.
No, the January one is just
Oh,
a
the
Disney
marathon.
marathon.
Okay.
The Princess one, I believe, is in February. And I don't even know if that's a marathon. That
I
might be a
don't
five,
know.
10 and a half as well. It's been a while since we did that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I like
Mm.
the wine and dine because I like good food and good wine.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for the food after party after the half. It's
Mm.
so good.
Plus, it's Disney. They give you good swag. The medals are awesome. I mean, and that's the other thing about this. We ran a half marathon. We got this giant full metal medal with this little moving boat part, and it's really cool. They give you cool stuff.
I'm a sucker for swag. Again, I want that sweet, sweet platinum trophy.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, look at this thing that I did. I got this thing because I did it. We did this thing. You finish the race, and someone puts a medal over your head at the end, and you're like, huh, I did this. I'm gonna go fall down now. I was so
Hmm.
tired. I couldn't open my drink that they handed me at the end of the race. I had to have Kelsey help me. I couldn't open it. My hand didn't work.
Oh, it was cold. By the time we got back along towards the finish line, it was right along the water. It was windy. It had been raining a bit. It took me so long to get all the feeling back in my fingers because I was like gripping
Mm.
my hands so hard for those last couple miles because I was so tired. It
Hmm.
was it was bad.
It was, but we did it. We did it. And for some reason, whenever it doesn't matter how exhausted I was on the line, whenever anyone cheered or talked to me or I passed anyone, I would smile at them. I was just so exhausted. Like,
Hmm.
yep, yep. And just, it's what you do. And runners are universally so encouraging to each other. They're so
They
nice.
are. It
Yeah.
was unreal that, because I had been out of that world for so long. I'm a very like solo person when I'm doing stuff like that. People would constantly, oh, good job when people are passing by in the opposite direction going back. It's so nice. And, even just seeing people out cheering, holding signs, that's so motivating. Like, I don't know these people, but they're just out here to support everyone who took the time to sign up to run. It's so great.
It really is. It just feels good. They don't need to know you. They don't need to know your name. There's just a child in a banana outfit and some lady dressed as a penguin and people holding signs that the British are coming. It's just fun. It feels good. They're there
Yeah.
for you. You are a part of this giant thing in this exciting group. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
and
love it.
that's the Disney races are the same way. Like even because you got to get up so freaking early to start the race because they want as much of the race to be done as possible before the parks are open. But like they have the characters out for photos. Like the employees are out cheering. And I remember at the end of the half marathon, the parks were finally starting to open. Like people walking into the parks are cheering and clapping for you. It's so good. It's that outside encouragement, the motivating factor of that, especially when you're 10 miles in and you still got another
Mhm.
half an hour to go, you really can't discount how important that is.
You can't. I mean, there's something about feeling that connection at that moment that someone is seeing you do this incredibly hard thing and they are amazed and they are proud and they are cheering you on and they are urging you to keep going, to give it your best, do what you can. It's like, you can do it. Absolutely. All right. All right. You expect me to do better too. I can do it. They're just
Mhm.
a part of it. And it makes such a difference. I do like our nice, long, quiet runs when I run into turkeys and start while following random butterflies in the trails and stuff. But there's something about the crowds and the cheering
Mhm.
and knowing that, like, we would see people at one place in the race and then you'd go around the corner and go on a different road and you'd see the same people somewhere else because they cut across and ran to be able to
Yeah.
keep cheering for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. And we got to the end of the race and your coworkers were there, my sister was there. Like it's so nice to have your hard work acknowledged by someone who knows you and knows how hard you worked. I mean, that it's so nice.
Yes, they had fun signs. It was awesome. I can't wait to see what else they come up with for our next races.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is great. And it is like having that support, just unequivocal, no strings attached. No, I'll cheer for you if you run under a 10 minute. Just they're there cheering for you.
Hmm.
They are seeing you work hard and they're proud of you too. And that's amazing. Like even more than just the physical sensation of being able to run that far, those connections are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's always why I enjoyed running with the dogs. They say for, especially exercise type things, having someone go with you. That's why Kelsey and I go to rowing together. Just having someone in it with you, it helps. It helps a lot.
It does. It really does. And I am incredibly glad you found the random targeted advertising, which gets us so badly. I am very upset and grateful at the same time, and had us run a half marathon early. And I'm incredibly glad you are willing to do this with me because if you weren't, I wouldn't still be running. I love running and I like how it affects me. I like how it affects my body. I like how it helps keep me in shape. But if you weren't here to need me to motivate you as well, I wouldn't do it.
I'm happy that I'd say I can keep up with you, but I can't. I still can't.
You can
And
on the
that's
short runs. You can.
Yes, on the short training runs, I can. When it comes race time, no, you go into a different headspace and you're gone. But that is another thing that was important for me because I forget it was the 7 or the 8 mile day when I wasn't feeling good and you were clearly feeling good and I was not. You took off and you were way ahead of me and I realized I have to learn to run my own race. I have to learn to pace myself. I have to be able to motivate myself because at this point we weren't running with the dogs anymore, so that little bit of motivation was gone for me. I had to buckle down and say, "Okay, she's gone. She's doing her own thing. I can't slow her down. I have to do this myself." And that can be hard for me because I lean on you in a lot of ways, and especially when it comes to running stuff, because you are the runner in this household. I'm a person who goes out and runs around a little bit. You are a runner. I am not.
Yeah,
So it was important for me to figure out how to do this on my own and to be able to continue to motivate myself even when you were gone, because you were gone.
it was a good day. It was
It
pretty
was. It was.
outside. There were turkeys. It was fun.
Oh, I was in so much pain. The cramps hit around mile 2 and they kept up for the next 6 miles. It was awful. I should have stopped, but I thought they'd go away. So that was a nice learning lesson for all involved. I'm glad I learned it before we did our practice half marathon, which Megan has now said, "Oh, we can do this every year," which was not my intent, but we're
It's
not gonna
in the
we're not gonna go to
fall.
we're not gonna go to Disney every year. So we gotta have something. And this is a nice one. I like this. This is a fun race to do.
It's local. It's a relatively flat course. There's a slight hill there and right at the turnaround, so you get like a mile and a half of downhill right after the slight uphill, which is very
Oh, that was
nice.
heaven. That
Oh,
was
that
heaven.
mile and a half of downhill, that was beautiful. Like
Hmm.
it's a good race and If we tell people about it that are in our lives, they can easily come and cheer. It's awesome.
Yeah.
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 I'll keep doing that one. If as long as you want to as well, I will happily keep doing that one every fall because yeah, I like it.
No, I'll keep it up. I gotta keep all the weight off, and this is the way I'm gonna do it.
It is. Any other thoughts you have on all this, love?
I think having, when it comes to not just running, but running's what we're talking about, having small attainable goals, having like these I can't think of the right words, being able to say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to jog half a mile today. And then 3 days, okay, I'll do 3/4 of a mile. Having these little attainable goals it's so helpful
Mm-hmm.
because it's lost train of thought. Hold on, give me a
Mm-hmm.
second. I'll get it back. I'll get it back. I'm tired.
You're
Um,
tired.
I am tired. Um, having having the big goal of I want to run a half marathon to celebrate our anniversary. That is a big goal. So start small. Just
Mm-hmm.
go out and do something. Go out and walk for a mile and then work your way up to jogging for a mile and then jogging for a mile and a half and just go up and up and up and up. Take it in bite-sized chunks
Mm-hmm.
and that will help. And give yourself grace, especially if it's a
Mm-hmm.
physical goal like that. It's going to be hard at first, and that's okay. It's not wrong to struggle a little bit, but pushing through it, it's going to make you feel so good.
Mm-hmm. And I do, like you're saying, I think it's actually really important to struggle a little bit at the beginning. It's going to be a struggle. If we were ready for a half marathon the first day we set out, our morning runs would be a joke. We wouldn't do them. You're not going to be ready for the end goal when you start. It's going to be hard. And that's okay. And that's why having the small goals, the run for half a mile, run for 5 minutes, whatever you can do, it's still going to be a push. And you're going
Mhm.
to do that and be able to get to the next one. You're going to keep building on yourself. You're going to build the momentum. You're going to take this step by step by step. And then you're going to look behind you and go, wow, what the heck did I just get through?
Yeah, like when, we did our 10K training run and I looked back and said, "Oh my God, what a difference in the times, what a difference in how I felt." And having someone to keep you accountable, even if it's just a daily post on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, don't discount stuff like that. I know social media can be an awful, awful thing, but like the encouragement you can get from a community of people just by posting your goals and posting your struggles, it can really make a difference. It does make a difference to me.
Absolutely. And those are actually the areas where social media shines. Being able to say, I did this, I did this, I did this, and to just get that feedback, get other people who are cheering you on, who are meeting their goals at the same time. This is the stuff where social media actually does good. Those are the groups you want to
Yeah.
be in. That is what you want in your feed. That and the cat videos. Those are what you need.
Cat and food videos.
Oh, food videos. Oh, the chocolate makers. Yeah,
Steph Amari.
I love Amari stuff. He's so talented.
Oh, terrible.
Yep.
You should not be that talented.
It's not fair, you know?
No, rude of him, really.
Some of us have to run half marathons. Some of us have to create giant chocolate Pikachus.
Hmm. We all have our struggles in life.
If we can combine them and run the half marathon and eat the chocolate at the end of it, we will regret it, but be very happy.
Hey, man, the that wine and dine parties after the half marathon. I'm gonna eat everything I possibly can. That's the
Hmm.
point.
Oh, I'm so looking forward. I am so looking forward to that. I am so excited to have been married to you for 20 years. Oh, I
God,
love
that's a
this.
long time.
Right? For freaking ever. That's so
We
cool.
deserve this. We deserve a week-long Disney vacation and to destroy ourselves running there.
Absolutely. That bathtub in the hotel is going to be an ice bath every freaking night. Yeah.
Hmm.
Which
It's gonna be
I hate
great.
them. I hate the cold, but ice baths help you so much after running. It makes me mad.
See?
I hate them. I hate it. I hate it, but it helps. I hate it.
I hate feeling good when I run too,
I know.
but it helps.
It does. It does. So yeah, so that's been our journey so far. That's where we're headed with this. That is the wonderful, amazing human being that I am sharing this journey with, that I couldn't be happier and I couldn't think of anyone else I would rather share all this with, who always pinch hits for
Aw.
me, who did amazing and kicked ass 30 minutes off her half marathon time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I try.
you did good. You did good. So hopefully we'll hear some ideas of things to watch when we have to be stuck indoors training in the snowy days, and other
Boo.
goals that you guys have had, things you've done. That'd be great to hear. In the meantime, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for listening to us ramble and talk about our goals and our motivations in doing it. If you found us once, you can find us again. We're online at The Healing Pod. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast. Just as our social medias, we got Facebook, we got TikTok. Not sure where else we have. We have things out and about. We are easy to find. If you have anything you want to say or anything you want us to talk about, I know we got a couple of questions we'll be putting up and coming through once I get just back in here. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great couple of weeks, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, y'all.